I represent what the Afrocentric movement was supposed to filter into. After we learned the history, we needed to learn the mystery. Just unfortunately, what happened was some people thought that the history was the mystery, but they always talked about the mystery system. And so when this stuff came up, there was only just a few of us, just a handful. You had a few, Phil Valentine, Delbert Blair, I'm talking about as far as national on this particular information, just a few of us. So in so many words, for some of the brothers and sisters in the Afrocentric movement, it sounded strange. But then again, on the other hand, they always talked about the mysteries. Always talked about the mysteries. It's like the Conscious Rasta who came up and said that he purposely came and tried to sabotage the conference down in Atlanta. They said, well, why did you do that? He said, because I don't like metaphysics. But he says one of his greatest heroes is Sheikh Anta Diop. And Diop says, even in the book Pre-Colonial Black Civilization, Pre-Colonial Africa. That's one, Pre-Colonial Africa. The Red Book, Pre-Colonial Africa, said that, one of the keys and the failures of the Egyptians is that at one point they stopped initiating mass amounts of people into the mysteries. Well, if he had read that, he would find out, well, what the hell is the mysteries? The mysteries is nothing but the metaphysics of the occult realm, which the white boy claimed his own, just like he claimed everything. Just like in about 10 years, rap will be a white. That's right. You see, science. Now, when they put ABC, NBC, and CBS came on and said that ABC, CBS, and the three major ones came on, the news came down and said, what's your boy name, the white boy? Eminem. They said that Eminem, they showed him on one night, they said, well, it's controversy. This is the science. They said, it's controversy. He's controversial. But they would show him on the major news, knowing damn well they're trying to pump this man up as the premier rapper. You see, so it's the science behind that. They asked the Grammys, well, they say he's going to sweep the Grammys. They say, well, why? They say, well, it's considered an art form. Well, 11 years ago, 12 years ago, it was even a bunch of rappers was boycotting the Grammys because the Grammys said that rap wasn't an art form. Now, all of a sudden, they're saying up against the so-called controversy that Eminem is an art form. But either way, they give the controversy, that is the selling thing. Like Michael Jackson and the Elephant Man Bones. People didn't know this, but every time Michael Jackson would come out with the last, when he came out with Bad, and the one right after Bad, Dangerous, he always would do something that was kind of obscure. And that was the selling tool. All people do that. Madonna used to do that with her albums. You should come out with some sex thing and the album goes off the chart. Well, this whole thing, they put him on ABC, NBC, and CBS. You see, this is an experiment, so they say, well, once again, we can even take rap. Because they took 1980s R&B, the New Kids on the Block, which the white boy, the black guy who produced New Kids on the Block was Maurice Starr, who first produced New Edition in 1982. So now you got all this NSYNC and all this shit here, you see this coming out, and they basically took all of the techno 80s dance music and put it behind all these white people. Even Full Force got to go right for Britney Spears and all these white people NSYNC, because they couldn't get jobs, you see. So they've got a way of doing that whole thing. It was rock and roll when it was black. Then they dropped the roll and say rock, and you think it's a white invention. But in so many words, it was nothing but a distorted Jimi Hendrix. That's the key to the doggone white rock. Nobody played white rock until Jimi Hendrix. You see what I'm saying? But about a year right after him, Led Zeppelin and them came out. You see. But the key here is, same thing with the metaphysical thing. This is actually a viable mystery, or this is just as legitimate as the historical aspect of things that we talk about, because we have bibliography. So that's the good part about it. Nobody can say this is not authentic, because I knew when I started out 9 years ago, I said, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to have to put these doggone texts up their ass. That way, I learned that from being in Clark. Put some books up there behind and corner their ass in a corner. You ain't got to worry about it no more. So in so many words, this is just as much much legitimate as history, because history is a lie agreed upon. And we still trying to sift out various forms of history, and it's debatable. You know what I'm saying? Because this thing here, I mean, because we didn't spend a lot of time recording history. We was living history. You see, so, but this esoteric science is nothing but the leftover stuff from the Moors, from the Romans who took it from Hemmitt, who got because they got it from Greece, and new resurgence of stuff when they went into India, when Britain conquered India. So this is nothing but the leftover mysteries that they put a spin on it and say New Age. You see, so it is the same old mysteries.